Up next, we have Erik La Paglia. Erik, are you here?
I am.
You are. Lovely
you,
to see you, my friend. I'm doing good, man. It's been a fantastic show so far. Everyone has contributed so much, and I'm super happy to have you here to speak as well. So, do you want to give everyone the background in terms of how you got involved with NFTs?
Absolutely. And let me take a moment first and just acknowledge you for putting this together and for your time moderating today and for all the amazing speakers that have come before me. Much like Brenda described the aha moment of her copywriter, I had that aha moment speaking to some friends a couple of years ago about where they saw the future of smart contracting and the vehicle of that with NFTs. And admittedly, I was late to the party. I got into crypto 6-7 years ago, which seems early, but for me, it feels late. And I did not take full participation or advantage of the opportunities that I was very knowledgeable about then. And so seeing what's available and seeing what's happening in the space right now, I knew exactly what this was. And there was no way on this green earth that I was going to miss that opportunity.
And can you kindly tell me, right, what is your background? Like, how did it all blend in together?
Sure. I mean, my corporate career was spent in broadcasting, specifically in marketing and advertising. And that has led me to be in the ad space for way too long at this point. From there, I got into private equity, and I really started to see the opportunities not only in technology, but specifically in blockchain technology, and making seed investments in the space and advising projects and companies on how to go to market, or looking at customer acquisition and customer lifetime value. And from those relationships and those experiences, the last year and a half has been very much singularly focused on the NFT space and helping foster the ecosystem that we see so rich today.
That's very interesting. So I'm going to ask you then, how has NFTs changed your life?
Well, I think it's redefined what success looks like, because the idea of building a business for 20 years and maybe having an exit or a liquidity event, that's been turned on its head by NFTs. You can have a great idea for a project, you can put a team together, and you can have something live in the next 30, 60, or 90 days at most. And you can make a king's ransom. And that's great from a cash perspective. But more importantly, you're building the ecosystem that will be Web3. And so to be part of those early days of creation of metaverses or creation of a community project that someone rallies around and identifies with in such a meaningful and passionate way, these are heady days. And there are not very many points, at least in my life, where I've been able to see this sort of passion and enthusiasm. I was just at NFT NYC, and this was 7,000 plus attendees who were rabid for the space and the possibilities that lie ahead.
Absolutely. It is such a fast growing space that I feel like 12 months from now, like the event for NFT NYC is probably going to double, and then every single year, like the attendance is just going to continue to grow, right? Because this is possibly one of the most interesting and fascinating industries to ever get involved. So what you said was super valuable. Thank you. Can you kindly share some advice to anyone who's involved in getting involved, anyone who's interested in getting involved within the NFT space?
Well, sure. There's a couple different things I would say. Get curious first and foremost. For me, I'm considered a subject matter expert in the space, and I'm often interviewed and asked to speak. And I always say, I feel like I'm drinking from a fire hose of knowledge. And so I feel like I know this much, but it's just consistently and ever changing. And so make sure that you're doing your homework. Make sure that you're in Discord. I think Steve had mentioned that, of various projects that you're interested in. Get on Telegram, follow those projects there as well. But also look at even headlines like today, Beeple sold his first physical piece for $28.9 million. The numbers are just astounding. And so once you have that information, once you have that kind of frame of reference, then find your jumping off point, whether it's purchasing your first NFT or maybe it's a project that you want to create. And I will tell you that success leaves clues. And so you can look at a lot of these projects where they've been successful or where they've been resonant and replicate those for your own ideas and your thoughts and express them in this new way, which is standalone NFTs or projects that you would build that would integrate into the metaverse, which for me is going to the future of economic activity. And I get to stand at the intersection of so many fun things because I get to advise this. I get to advise companies how they integrate a metaverse solution or how they integrate smart contracting functionality when you even talk about the idea of a perpetual royalty system. It melts their minds. They don't understand it. But once you have an opportunity to illustrate that to them and show them, it is that aha moment that I touched on to start, where they really see the possibilities and what's available going forward.
That was fantastic, Erik. That was very inspirational. I'm very grateful that you took a moment to join us for this event today. If anybody would like to get in touch with Erik or Typo Ideas, click on the link in the description below. See you soon, Erik. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you again, Zach.
Take care.